Welcome back to the Road to National series. In today's episode, I'm going to take you through a max effort upper workout, and later in the video, I'm going to be talking to you about supplements and recovery tools. But first, this is me building up to my max effort variation for the week, which is a cambered bar bench press. And if you've been keeping up with the series, you'll realize that this is a bit of an ambitious max effort variation to choose, because this was my max effort variation 2 weeks ago, and I set a 5 kilo PR from 130 to 135 kilos 2 weeks ago, which is great progress. And usually I would not reattempt a max soon after, but I had a feeling after that I could get 140, and as you can see here, it was an unbelievable grind. It was 9 seconds on the concentric from when the bar started to move up until I locked out, but I hit pretty much what is my exact camber bar max of 140 kilos, was ecstatic with that, and won't be attempting that as another max effort for a long time. It might be a year until I do that max effort again, because I'm unlikely to be able to beat that anytime soon. It was such a grind and was literally probably like 99.99% of my true camber bar 1 rep max. So moving on to the accessories, I started off here with skull crushers, went heavier than I ever have done on these before, did sets of 5, and at the time of recording this voiceover, it's the day after. My triceps have unbelievable soreness and DOMs, and I attribute that to these crazy heavy skull crushers. I felt these literally exploding my triceps every rep of doing them. After these, I move on to do mag grip lat pull downs, then chest press, then Swiss bar bicep curls, then dumbbell overhead press, which I've never actually done before, even though it's a fundamental exercise. There are just some exercises I haven't done, and I didn't train my shoulders for ages. I used to always prioritize my chest when I was doing more bodybuilding work, because I felt that the chest was more lagging behind for me, and my shoulders felt like a strong point. But I've gone back to doing dumbbell overhead press to try and improve my shoulder strength for my bench press strength carryover, so that was fun to reintroduce them into my training. And then GHD sit-ups is what I did to end the session off, and on all of these accessories I generally went heavy, because it is the 3rd week in my 3-week cycle of training, so I've cycled up the weight of all of my accessories. I'm trying to hit 5 and 6 rep to 8 rep maxes on all of my accessories, which I basically did this session. I was the heaviest I've ever done on all of these types of accessories, so that was great. Then moving on to supplements and recovery tools. Whilst those accessories are playing in the background, I'll talk you through supplements and recovery tools. So the first main thing to say is there is no substitute for proper training, sleep and nutrition. This is often not the answer that people want, because everybody wants a magic pill that is suddenly going to make them much better. And I find that people often major in the minors when it comes to supplementation and recovery tools. They often put too much emphasis on those things, when the truth is you will make at least 99.9% of the progress you're going to make naturally if you dial in your training, your sleep and your nutrition. So if you're sleeping 8 to 9 hours of quality sleep a night, you're training multiple times during the week at a good intensity with a great amount of volume, you're making sure you're not ego lifting, and you have somewhat of a sensible program that isn't going to cause you to get injured and is going to help you achieve your goals. And on top of that, you are eating well. You are eating enough calories to build muscle and strength. You're eating frequently enough with protein hits spread throughout the day, and you're eating at least 2.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. If you do all of that, you are going to make almost all of the progress you can naturally. And in general, these supplements that are said to be massively life-changing and help you build loads more muscle, they're often very small margins. It is like the cherry on top. If you train, eat and sleep perfectly, and you have good genetics, they are way more responsible for your results. So the only supplements that do have loads of research behind them and can, of course, dramatically change your results are super supplements, but I strongly recommend that you do not take them for all of their various horrific side effects. In recent news after the Arnold Classic at the time of recording this, one bodybuilder in particular has been cancelled of sorts because of his shocking behavior as a result basically of his PED use. I think that's a great insight into what it can do to your mental state, as well as a myriad of physical side effects. So don't take them. Now, when it comes to supplements, I do think there are 3 tried and true supplements that I would recommend. The first one's caffeine. If you are unable to get in great amount of sleep and your recovery's low because maybe you're a parent and your kids keep you up all the time, they're high stressors, they don't allow you to have much time to train, and your nutrition's sporadic, you often just eat the leftovers of what they're having. Like I said, they're the important factors. In order for you to progress, caffeine can be a great benefit to help you train hard and at least get back some sort of energy for your fitness goals. The next supplement is creatine, which has been shown to increase strength and muscle mass, even just with water retention within the muscles acutely. So that is another tried and true supplement that is great for building strength and muscle. And then protein, obviously, if you are deficient in protein, maybe you're a vegetarian and vegan and getting in protein sources is hard, taking protein powders or bars or any other protein supplements are great. Now, I do advise that you can also do your blood work and see what your individual needs are. If you're deficient in vitamin C, start taking a vitamin C tablet, but don't just take loads of multivitamins and assume that these supplements are suddenly going to give you the results you desire. Also, what you need from a blood work standpoint might include like HRT when you are of that age. Obviously, I recommend you take that. And the other thing is you can take supplements to help you with your training, sleep and diet. So things like magnesium can help you sleep better. So that's the main utility of that, and that is where supplements can be useful. Now, moving on to recovery tools. In general, I think these are very overrated. So the sauna is a great tool, and there have been multiple studies into the health benefits of the sauna, not necessarily relating to gym benefits, but I think a sauna is great. And then things like a massage, if you enjoy that and you feel that that loosens you up, like a deep tissue massage, yeah, go ahead, go for it. I'm actually looking forward to testing that out on myself because I have felt very run down recently, but that is not suddenly going to add loads of muscle. And when it comes to other things like red light therapy and cold tubs and hyperbaric chambers and cupping and acupuncture, there is often very little research behind them. Some of them are literally just placebo. I don't think that they are the way forward. If you want to do them, go for it. If it helps you feel like you're doing everything to progress, and there's one that you anecdotally just love doing, there's no harm in it, but these are not the things that are responsible for your progress. It is, like I've said throughout the video, your training, your sleep, and your nutrition. So that is it for today's video. I hope you did, in fact, enjoy the video. If you did, drop it a like, drop it a comment, subscribe, click the bell, all of that great stuff, and have a great day.